Welcome back to another episode of Can I Get Some Sports With That? My name is Neil. I am your host with the most, as you already know. As today, I got, I got the same three people with me I usually always got with me, you feel me? Instead of a 3-man weave, it's a 4-man weave, you feel me? So we gonna keep this thing rolling and going, all right? So first of all, let's say what's up to the people, Mr. D-Boy. D-Boy, say what's up to the people. Chi-Town's finest,
right here. Y'all know who it is. Yeah, y'all know who it is.
Yes, sir.
Y'all can't see it, but I can see it. You feel me? Y'all can't see it, but I can see it. Mr. Michael holding up that championship. Say what's up to the people, Mike.
What's happening there, everybody? It's your boy back in the building, the champ, aka the fortune teller. Y'all know me, man. Let's get it, bro.
And last but not least, you feel me? We got Mr. Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose. Chris, say what's up to the people.
What's up, bro? Yeah. Like my man said, I'm Derrick Rose out here. You know, I had 2 wheels a couple days ago. Now I'm down to 1. But it's all good. I'm still in the building. Let's get it cracked.
All right, y'all. So we finna go ahead and get right into it. And I mean right into it, all right? Starting off with, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the biggest thing that happened this weekend. I'm going to go a little bit out of order. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the biggest thing that happened so far this weekend. Wrestlemania 39, a 2-night event, you feel me? It was an amazing weekend. Saturday, slightly better than Sunday. Sunday still brought the heat, though. You know, I'm not going to say Sunday was bad because it wasn't. It just wasn't as good as Saturday, all right? That Seth Rollins, Jake Paul match honestly stole the weekend. If you ask me, that was the best match of the whole weekend with Seth Rollins versus Jake Paul. Them boys put on a banger at WrestleMania, okay? And but I want to get the rest of the panel's thoughts.
Was it Jake or Logan?
I'm gonna go ahead and start with D-Boy, man.
Was it Jake or Logan?
It was Logan Paul, not Jake. It was Logan. Logan Paul, not Jake.
All right, so y'all about to hear a whole lot of cuss words. I'm finna get that disclaimer out there right now. Y'all about to hear a lot of cuss words, a whole lot of cuss words. Okay, so Saturday night was actually, man, like bro said, that Logan Paul Seth Rollins match was a banger. That was a banger. Another match on Saturday night that I thought was a banger was Dom and Ray. Like, Dom held his own. As much as I don't like he held his own.
My boy ex-con Dom.
Man, that man ain't no ass. He ain't.
Hey,
no hard
buddy. Yeah, don't open up that can. Ex-con.
Real quick, it was this meme on social media that was like, if Ray didn't wear a condom, then we wouldn't have condom.
Bro, that's hilarious.
You gotta say that one.
I gotta try and find it because it was hilarious, bro.
Wow.
Okay, so like I said, don't like the Judgment Day. All of them. Well, you know what? She too real. I'm mad as hell she won. Anyway, Sunday night, man. Mike, go on, make that face, G. Somebody put the camera on. Go on, make that face. Hold you where you hold your head and hold your face and you shake your head, because that's what I want to do right now, man. What the that? You had a mega baby. You got a mega baby face. Thank you, Mike. Mega baby face. Mega baby face. It's like that. All you have to do is have Rome go down for the 3 count after the haluva kick. And what do? You him over with the Samoan spike. All because you want the man to be champion until SummerSlam. Like, why would you do that? Like, why? Mega, see, one thing I see, even though they say Triple H is head of creative now, I see he just like his dead father-in-law, fumbling the bag. Poor little Tink Tink.
Nah, you
Then
better believe that
the
ain't all
next
Triple
night
H. He just got
on,
his hands in it.
hold up. Then the next night on Raw, you have Brock do a heel turn, bro. Really? Just a simple match between him and Cody at Backlash where he can get embarrassed and lose again.
I mean, you got to think though, bro.
Other
Brock
pay-per-view.
always like that's his main thing. Brock best is the heel, bro. Like that's what he do. You had to see that coming.
Oh, I saw it coming. I just think the angle is trash, but I saw it coming. At the start of the show, when my wife was talking about, I said I don't trust it because I already knew what he was on. But I can tell you one thing why he did it. He did it because he mad, he jealous. Because Cody got all the heat right now, and he the number 1 contender, and he can't challenge for them belts no more. You had 4 opportunities. 4. And every time, yeah, okay. The first 2, yeah, okay, you got screwed. But the last 2, you had every opportunity to beat that man. You failed, bro. You a part-timer. Just stop it, bro. You a part-timer. Stop it. So all I know is, and I'm gonna close with this, come Backlash, Brock gonna get that work. He gonna get that work. Cody finna whoop. He finna get that work. Cody gonna go on the SummerSlam, even though it's gonna bother down as hell. Like you said, Carney. He gonna be Roman at SummerSlam. And then I hope everybody knows Cody getting them belts. He finna. That's all I gotta say.
I said that too, D-boy.
He finna be.
I said Cody gonna turn
He
heel.
finna turn. Oh, I don't blame him.
So I got some thoughts about the weekend too, about WrestleMania weekend, but like more than me being upset about Cody losing to Roman, I honestly was more upset that this was Asuka's 5th WrestleMania loss. They continuously make her lose at WrestleMania when she was the hottest thing coming out of NXT. Her whole gimmick coming out of NXT was she was this super badass in the ring. She was unstoppable. You couldn't beat her. She had this unbeaten record. She had lost like 100 some matches or something like it was. She was kind of like the female Goldberg or something like that. Like it was crazy. And then they literally bring her up to the main roster, have her win the Royal Rumble, I believe, just to lose to Charlotte at WrestleMania and in her undefeated streak, and she doesn't even capture the title. So not only did her undefeated streak lose, but then she didn't even capture the title. And then this is 5 WrestleManias now where she's lost. This is one of your best women wrestlers on the roster, and y'all continue to make her lose the big one. Now that I don't understand. Even Asuka as a heel is over with the people. The people love Asuka. So I figured that I figured with Asuka being a heel and Bianca Belair being a face, this would be the best time to cash in on that. You let Asuka go ahead and beat the baby face at Mania for the title, so then you can build the baby face back up. Because right now, it seems like they trying to have. It seems like eventually it's progressing towards a Bianca Belair heel turn, but it seems like it's gonna be one of them stupid heel turns where the champ just turned heel out of nowhere just because pretty much they was like fuck it, I got nothing better to do. I might as well just go turn heel. That WWE has a track record of doing that where out of nowhere the champ will just I'm a heel. Like ain't no real rhyme or reason behind it. Like, it wasn't nothing that necessarily caused the heel turn, you feel me? They just kind of like, all right, we're just gonna flip the switch. And it's kind of seemed like what it's headed towards with Bianca Belair. And I don't like it because they did that with Bayley, and it kind of worked out with Bayley, but like they still just kind of like, we just gonna flip the switch and just kind of see how it goes. And I feel like this kind of would have been the best time to still allow Bianca Belair character, like this side of her character, to be fleshed out some more before they try to take it in a different direction. I feel like making her lose at Mania and then having to work back up to something to get the title back would have added on to that. And like that was really my biggest thing from the weekend. Like it was a great weekend, but like I said, my biggest disappointment was the fact that Asuka took another L at WrestleMania. I just don't like that. But other than that, I was pretty satisfied with the weekend. But I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to you, Mike. What was your thoughts about the weekend?
I mean, I got one word, and I hate to say this because like you don't really want to do that, but one word sum up the whole weekend for me, and it was no, not even that. Predictable. Like every match was predictable, bro. Like I you know what I'm saying? Like not even just me. Like the world knew what was whether what you wanted to happen happened. Regardless, the world knew what was gonna happen, and that I don't like that too much. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they should have threw in some type of curveball somewhere, because everybody knew. You know what I'm saying? Like the Roman fight.
You knew it was bad when we was watching a Roman and Cody match, and we literally sitting there calling all the spots in the match before they happened.
The Roman fight, we knew this was staying home. You know what I'm saying? We knew what was really happening with that. You know what I'm saying? Bianca, I ain't gonna lie to you. We knew that was staying home with Bianca too. But with that one, I'm not upset about that. I like Bianca's run right now, honestly, and I think she deserves it. And I think the WWE need to give her and a person of her stature to say a run like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's great. However, I don't like how they did Asuka. You know what I'm saying? She one of the best female talents out there, literally. Like her talent, in-ring talent is like incredible. You know what I'm saying? So she one of the best. So I don't think they should have brought her there just to have her drop the ball. Like if it's gonna be Bianca time, let it be her time. You ain't gotta involve Asuka in that. Get her time after.
Thank you.
That was my thing. I did love the Ray fight. Ray and they put on the show. That was especially growing up, seeing him from a kid, and then you know what I'm saying, Ray Bennett, like
that the little chubby kid with the custody storyline.
Yeah, the custody storyline was outrageous, bro. Oh my God, they could never do that in today's world. But regardless, bro, that was like the best fight, bro. That was it right there. They put on the show. I like seeing that for sure.
Yeah, but that's the shit.
But but as for the rest of it, it was predictable, man. You know what I'm saying? I love seeing my man Snoop out there. Anytime they bring out Snoop, you know it's good, bro. I like seeing him out there. Even though my man's getting up there in the age, but you know, he still come through when he comes through, you know.
He's just doing side quests at this point, man. He didn't beat all the main missions to the game, bro. Now he just doing side quests.
You know, he just come through. He come through, bro. You feel me? So you know, but it was a good weekend though. I liked it. It was cool, but it was just super predictable. You know, super predictable. And then like D-Boy said, the next day having Brock turn heel. I mean, that was just. I mean, that's what Brock do, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? You had to know that was coming, bro. Like seeing him not as a heel is almost weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do feel where you coming from when you say Carneal, like the champ just turned heel out of nowhere. Even though in the instance I'm about to name, he was kind of a heel before he came to champ. But you know what I'm saying? That like it reminded me of that JBL. That JBL heel, man. He was one of the greatest heels ever, bro. That man had people ready to fight. For real.
JBL is JBL is the reason why John Cena and Rey Mysterio really sort of became who they were, man. Because them rivalries he had with the both of them, dog, really sort of put them into that next tier. Like JBL was really that style. It's like
especially that Cena one. That was one of the best storylines they ever did, bro. Having them two go at it. That was like the Rock.
Because it started
Eddie
with the
Guerrero.
US title and then elevated to the WWE title.
Yeah,
What I like
bro.
to see.
Like how you have a storyline go through titles like that with the same two people. That was cold.
So yeah. And I definitely get what you're saying, man. Like I said, you know, it was a good weekend overall, man. And before I let you go, Chris, I see D-Boy itching to say something, so I'm gonna let D-Boy get in another word here. Go ahead, D-Boy.
What you gotta say, D-Boy?
Hey, y'all talk about JBL. Chris just hit on the head. Don't forget about that round he with Eddie Guerrero, boy. That was
classic. That was one of the greatest of all time. That rivalry they had.
Classic.
It was good.
Classic.
It didn't go as long as that Cena JBL beat.
No,
that was years long rivalry. Years long.
But Chris, let me get your thoughts about the weekend, man. What did you think about this WrestleMania weekend?
I was happy for the weekend, and then I was let down by WrestleMania weekend. I was happy in the fact that it was actually good to see some good, clean matches in the ring. Everybody
it was a lot of clean finishes.
Yeah,
it was some very clean finishes.
Yeah,
except for the match everybody wanted the cleanest finish in.
Yeah, it was a lot of. I was surprised. I was surprised by that. But the wrestling was actually good. It's like each match, everybody came out trying to put on a good match and a good performance. Everybody did what they were supposed to do. But
like
my favorite match, I don't even believe this, but my favorite match of the weekend, and ain't nobody else say this, but I think my favorite match of the weekend was the women's title match. Like
I was going, Rhea Ripley and wait,
Charlotte,
which one though? You
Rhea
talking about
Ripley,
Charlotte and Rhea?
Yeah.
Oh, they was scrapping. They was banging, dog.
And the way Rhea won, because it's like, and the way at the end, Charlotte kind of knew Rhea got her because she hit her head off the turn. You could kind of see the way Charlotte was sitting on the face like, damn, this. She was just sitting there like, damn, this got me. Like it was back and forth like that, and it was good wrestling. It was good wrestling. Now, as far as the other women's match,
excellent.
I'm not mad. I kind of agree and disagree with y'all was saying about Asuka, because during the match, I looked like, even though I wanted Asuka to win, I was pulling for Asuka, the power of Bianca Belair, Asuka wrestling, she just couldn't, her wrestling couldn't match that power, because every time that Asuka looked like she was getting on a roll, all Bianca counted was pure power. Like it was like your pure strength, pure power. Ain't no counter for that, bro. Ain't no counter for somebody that strong. You can't hold them down. She picking you up. She picked you up out of submission, bro. She picked you up out of she twisted you out of whole submission and picked you up. So, but other than that, all the wrestling was clean, and I was disappointed that they did all that build up for Cody Rhodes just to have him lose like that, because we all started calling it. I started calling the bull crap. Carneal called who was gonna run to the ring, if the Usos came out, who was gonna come out. But I didn't expect Solo to come back. But I was like, but I'm so sick of Roman and how he got to win. Like, even the dirtiest of heels, even if they won dirty, like, all your finishes is the same finish, bro.
Exactly, bro. Can we get at least one clean finish? We ain't had a clean finish in the
At
last like
all.
7 title fights, bro. Like,
Not
just give us one, dog.
everyone, and it's getting so
Even if
stale
he
that
did beat Cody, bro, I wouldn't have been so upset with Cody losing, bro. If it was a clean finish, dog, just give us a clean finish, bro. Not all of this interfering here, or like even if you are gonna have interference, make the interference early on in the match, bro. Don't have it come when the finish is about like, bro. Give us a clean finish, please.
fact. And my main issue with it is like you make it
all screw job.
man, and you make it Roman characters more believable. If you're gonna build him as this guy mode, you making it like he can't really beat these other dudes that he in the ring with if he don't have help. If it ain't for the blood, he ain't gonna beat none of these dudes he step in the ring with.
Hey man, I think the last clean Roman Reigns finish I saw honestly was 2 years ago when he beat Edge and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania in that match. I think that might have been the last clean Roman finish I've seen. I think for the last 2.5 years, bro, every last match after that one has been a dirty finish.
But I also think they doing this as like it's a bloodline thing. That's really what it is. It ain't even about if Roman could finish him on his own and stuff like that. It's they putting their family ties together in these matches, and that's I mean honestly that's great to see. You know what I'm saying? Roman had his days where he was finishing people on his own, all them beasts with Brock and stuff like that. And then the one Carneal just mentioned, I think he finished that one on his own too. So like, I mean, this is all a part of the bloodline thing. You know what I'm saying? And when you got a family, that's what you do. You in the family, you jumping people, and they out there jumping people.
And then my thing was to have him retain and have the Usos drop the tag belts just so he can submit his I'm the best in the blood.
That's because how it's supposed to eventually. Because really, what everybody is saying is everybody believes really this the Jey Uso story, all right. And so really,
and you gotta drop the tag titles to do that.
And so really, what everybody think gonna happen is that if Jey don't get a world title run, he gonna get some type of maybe meaningful singles run, whether it's with the IC title or the US title. You feel me? But like everybody believes it's the Jey Uso storyline, and that this eventually is chance to break into be a main event Jey Uso again and be a straight up singles competitor. So we gonna see where it go, but like it's just. It's just kind of hard to keep interest in a storyline though when everything finishes the same way. Like you said, it's predictable. Like literally everything with the bloodline, including the whole Sami Zayn joining and then eventually turning on them, was all predictable. Everybody knew it was coming eventually. You just wanted to know when, where, and how. So it's kind of just asking for a change of pace. But I see you got maybe one more thing you want to say, D-Boy, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and get that in before I switch it up.
I just gotta say one thing. Carneal, what you said about dirty finishes. Cody said that exact same thing on the beginning start of Raw. He was like, and I know you. I had you last night, and if it wasn't for your whipping boy right there, you would have lost it, bro. And then, so like I said, I mean, yeah, that's what blew me, bro. It's like, bro, you should have been his man. His last 4 matches. Well, all Sauls and L's, all of them. He's supposed to last week he lost to Brock. He's supposed to lose to Brock last year. Then let's see. Who else? He fought somebody else. He was supposed to have lost to him. He was supposed to lose to him. Well, his last 3, and then WrestleMania. Drew. He was supposed to have lost to Drew. He was supposed to have lost to Cody. But I don't understand in this whole thing about having this man be this generation's San Martino, man. Because San Martino, this is why I've always put him as the greatest champion. Bruno Sammartino, all the matches, all them title matches, he won them clean, bro. Whether he was face or heel, he won them clean. Roman, he didn't have the belt so long. He didn't won all his matches except for maybe 2 or 3 being dirty, bro. So that's why I can't put him over Bruno Sammartino as far as greatest heavyweight champs go. I can't. Just for that simple fact, bro. Mike, I hear what you saying. It's a family and that's what you do, but bro, come on now. Everybody building this man up to be like this.
I'm glad you made me think about my other point. I forgot to bring up. Are we still on the subject real quick? Why they do my boy Miz like that at WrestleMania 2 nights in a row? Why they do my boy like, hey, Miz is my boy, man.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you exactly why they did it. Because the Miz is the only person who could lose in them 2 squash matches like that, and it don't damage his character at all. Anybody else, anybody else, they would have did that too. It would have ruined their character. The Miz is so great at what he does, it don't ruin his character for what happened.
He came in like that.
Nope.
And then my man Shane O'Mac.
That is the Miz. Like, that's what he do. Like, he gonna give you great matches or whatever, and he also gonna be great at like taking them L's. You know what I'm saying?
Like, shout out to my boy, accidentally, my boy Shane O'Mac for accidentally setting up a WrestleMania moment because he set up the Snoop moment, man. We wouldn't have had the Snoop moment without Shane O'Mac.
Hey man. Well, while we talking about knees and things getting blown out and fights and finishes, we got a big UFC fight card coming up this weekend. UFC 287. The main event is Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya. The co-main event is Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal. You got Rob Font fight Adrian Yanez. You got Kevin Holland versus Santiago. You got Raul Rosas versus Christian Rodriguez, and that is the fight card. Well, that's the main card for that night. So just going off really let's just go into the 2 main events. All right, I want to talk about the Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Mike because I know this one he really want to talk about. So Mike, let's go ahead and get into this UFC 287 fight card. And who do you got winning, Jorge or Gilbert Burns, and why?
You know who I got, bro. I got my boy Masvidal, bro. Stop playing.
Sweet Jesus.
The bad mug himself. You see what I'm saying? It's time for him to get back on top, bro. It's time for him to get back on top. Look, let me tell you about Jorge, okay? If you don't know about him, you know what I'm saying? That man came up under, you know what I'm saying, RIP, you know what I'm saying, under the GOAT himself, Kimbo. You see what I'm saying? So the man is true hands. You see what I'm saying? True hands. And if you know anything about me, I like people with true hands. You know what I'm saying? True hands. And that's why I rock with him like that. His last 2 fights, I know they was losses, but I'm sorry, bro. He was giving them the hands. The hands. The Usman fight, I don't care what nobody say, bro. He was teeing off on Usman until he got caught slipping.
Hey, he was finna sleep Usman.
He was teeing off on Usman until he got caught slipping. He was teeing off on him so much he started playing around. That's how he got caught slipping. So, you know what I'm saying? The man is lethal with the hands. And then the Kobe fight, y'all know how I feel about Kobe, bro. Kobe is so overrated.
Nobody like Kobe Covington, man.
A good wrestler, but that's about where it stops at right there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like how they let him get a decision win off just laying on top of my man for 4, 3 rounds, how many rounds it was, for all them rounds, and to give him a decision win, especially when we saw he almost bit the dust catching them hands. You know what I'm saying? So he just scorecarded him. That was it. You know what I'm saying? He know how to get the points here, couple takedowns there, transitions here, you know what I'm saying? Ground shots there, little stuff. Nothing really effective, you know what I'm saying? It was really just scoring points and getting a simple W. And I hate fights like that. I really do. That man was gonna get put to sleep. If he got caught with another one of them hits like he did, he was going down too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting him, and he expecting himself to come in and put Burns to sleep. And I think it's gonna happen because Burns get aggressive. He like to put people to sleep too. You know what I'm saying? So he get aggressive. And if you get aggressive with Mosby, dog, you know what could happen. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is a good fight to get him back in the limelight. I'm really excited to see it, and I hope he come in and get the job done. I'm expecting him to get the job done. And then for my man Adesanya, man, great career, great run. I ain't saying it's over yet, but you got this one person that's standing in your way, and he been standing in your way since before that last fight. So you got to come in and get it done. That's another fight that was kind of the same way. He was giving that man the work all up until the end when he got caught slipping. Like, it's like people just get caught slipping and it ruined everything they had going. You know what I'm saying? So
look at the Conor Khabib fight. Conor was giving Khabib the man till Khabib got that one lucky takedown, and after that it was over with.
So, you know what I'm saying? If they could just avoid literally these one mishaps, these is all W's, like, honestly, you know. And I think it's gonna be, I think this is gonna be one of the best UFC fight nights that we had in a little while. I think they're gonna give you some hands like how the girls did in that last one. So, you know, I'm looking forward to it. These is both, at least for the main events, these is both two fights where you should see good hands getting thrown and people getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting a show, and I can't wait for it. You know, so I think Adesanya gonna get it done this time. I think his reign gonna get back on top, and I think he actually the favorite. So, you know, a lot of people projecting him to get it done this time.
I'm gonna go ahead and get my thoughts in here real quick before I pass it on. So, in that Jorge Gilbert Burns fight, I got Jorge winning. I think it might be a lot closer fight than some people, you know, probably gonna expect, just because of the fact that, like, Gilbert Burns, man,
he got hands, bro.
Yeah, but it's not just hands. He can fight at all three levels. You feel me? Gilbert Burns. You feel me? Like I've seen him on the ground. I've seen him in the stand up. I've seen him working the clinch a little bit. You feel me? I'm not saying he's necessarily like great, but he's good in all areas enough to be a problem that you don't want to have to face. Because if he catch you slipping, he gonna put you out. All right, whether it's maybe by tap out. You feel me? Because all fighters know some submissions they can go into here and there. You never know when he might want to pull it out. Whether it's by tap out, by knockout, decision, you feel me? Like, Gilbert Burns is a very dangerous individual. And to be honest, I got this fight honestly coming down to decision. I got it. I got Jorge winning by decision. And I think the reason it's gonna come down to a decision is because the part of the reason you say, Mike, Gilbert Burns is aggressive. And when Gilbert Burns get aggressive, he's accurate. So watching some of them Gilbert Burns fights, when he start stalking you and he start walking you down and marching you, when he got that onslaught and the punches coming, it's real tough to try and get out of that mix and escape. So, you know, Gilbert Burns being aggressive, that could turn out to be a very bad thing for Jorge. But at the end of the day, I got Jorge winning. When it comes to this Adesanya and Pereira fight, I got Adesanya winning, and I got Izzy winning by knockout. I got Izzy winning by knockout in round 3. Okay, so I got Izzy. I think Izzy gonna come in and he gonna put the moves on Pereira. All right, I don't think he gonna play with Pereira. He trying to get back to that title fight. All right, okay. He trying to get back in that championship picture, and for him to be able to do that, he gotta go through Pereira first. And I think what better way to do it than do it the way you got there? How did you get to the title? You was putting them down left and right. 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round, it didn't matter. If you let first round, 2nd round, it didn't matter the round, he was putting them down. Okay, so I need Izzy to remember you the style bender for a reason. beating them Styles and put them down. I got Easy by 3rd round knockout. Like, simple as that. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to go ahead and pass off to you, D-Boy.
I definitely feel that.
All right, so y'all know I'm not much of a UFC fan. I know a little something about it. I know that that Jorge guy. I'm scared of him. That man got like Gilbert Burns got hands, but Jorge, man, Jorge a problem. So that's who I'm going with. That's who I'm going with, man. I think that man. I think he focused. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be maybe 4th, 5th round knockout. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. The Lakers suck. Anyway, it's gonna be a 4th or 5th round knockout for Jorge, and then for the Pereira Adonijay, I gotta go with my man Adonijay, man. That's a bad man. Like you know, Mike said he had a good career, which he has. I got Adonijay, and I don't know, call me crazy. I think he's gonna take that man out 2nd round. I just got the strangest feeling that he not gonna, like Cardell said, he's not gonna play with the man. He gonna go into that fight. He gonna be focused, just like I said. Jorge was gonna be focused, and it's gonna be a quick takedown, a couple of punches, and it's gonna be ding, ding, ding. It's gonna be over with. 2nd round knockout for Adonijay. That's all I got. Real talk, short and sweet.
I'm going to go ahead and pass off to you, Chris. What was your thoughts on UFC 287?
Okay, my thoughts on UFC 287. First of all, I got to give a shout out to my man who I think gonna lose, Gilbert Burns. Because first of all, he got some nice hands and a tough face. I've seen that man take some shots that I thought should have put him night, and they didn't put him night. And I'm gonna go with something. I don't know if it was Michael Carneal said that. Yeah, I want I want Mozzie to win, but if Gilbert Burns catch it, like, you gotta be so focused not to make a mistake, because each competitor is so good that, like, one little false step, a false move is night. It's night. You know, I expect Mozzie to win because Mozzie got. I don't want to call them hands. That man got trees. They big, they heavy, they accurate, and they come.
You say he ain't got hands, he got mitts, huh?
He got mitts. Man, hey, when they connect, you go down, man down. It don't take many of them. Man down. And then the championship fight, that's not you gonna win that fight, man. He gonna catch that man with a kick.
That's the number one contender fight. That's the number one contender fight for the championship fight.
Oh, my bad. He gonna catch that man with a kick. That man gonna get kicked to sleep. I see the head kick. I see that man, them kicks, that boy, them feet. He got lethal feet and hands. So that just make you, if your hands and feet are dangerous, you're a weapon. So but I think he gonna catch that man with a head kick. I just think he gonna head kick him to sleep. And I don't even think that one's going out the first round. I don't think it's getting out the first round. That man gonna get a head kick or a knee. He gonna get slapped. I'm calling it. My man's is getting slapped. Okay, Alex Pereira is getting slapped in the first round. That's my prediction. My prediction. He gets slapped in the first round.
Chris said it here first, man.
Huh?
I said Chris said it here first, man.
Man, he getting put like. And Pierre is not a bad fighter.
First round knockout.
He's not a bad fighter, but iron sight. The man got, and he long. He got like night. The man got an 80-inch reach. His reach is 80 inches, bro. Night. The
I
Reese
feel that.
is 78 to 80. That's the Reese difference, 78 to 80. I'm taking 80. Night, you go sleep. I can reach longer. So, yep, that's my take. Short and sweet like my man D-Boy. You see my man D-Boy? Night. Hey, that man head, that man, like, are we not going to talk about how lethal that man head kicks are? I'm not even talking about his hands. Them head, oh my.
That head kick is what almost led him to retain his title, but dude recovered from that head kick and then was able to put him down.
Yeah, but it take a lot to it, boy. I mean, yeah, that man got vicious hands and feet. He gonna win that match easily. Bottom line.
But while we talking about championship battles and championship fights, we just watched two great national championship college games. One from the men, one from the women. You ask me personally, the women game was slightly better than the men game. I'm not gonna lie. UConn came out and kind of put it on San Diego State early, and it just kind of happened to be a bit of a roll run after that, man. Like San Diego State got back into it. They made it interesting, man. But like it's still that game was never in doubt, man. It was UConn. It was UConn all the way. That LSU Iowa game, though, everybody was expecting Iowa to make a comeback, and they did. They did. They got back close. Caitlin Clark, she got the troops within range, but it wasn't enough. It's Angel Reese and that LSU squad pulled away and won their first natty ever. So, let me get y'all thoughts on that. This man, if I don't call on him first, all right, he might have a heart attack. Okay, so we gonna go with D-Boy first. All right, what was your thoughts about the national champ? What was your thoughts about March Madness, man? Both men and women.
And here go my take right here. That's my whole take.
This is what I want, my man. LSU, baby. LSU.
You know, D-Boy love that school. That man, he love that school.
LSU, baby. That's what we do. That's what we do, baby. We win championships. We win championships, baby. That's what we do. Man. So, man, let me start off by saying this, man. Shout out to Angel Reese, man. She making a lot of bad right now, and she's so unbothered. She's so unbothered. I think, man, she a cool chick. Like, everybody get with her, saying that, she was a bad one. She was a bad champion. She was arrogant because of what she did to Caitlin Clark with the whole "you can't see me." Man, look, that's what we do. Like I said, LSU, man, came through. Now, low key, I thought they was gonna see South Carolina in the Final Four in the national championship game. But when I got word that Caitlin Clark single-handedly beat South Carolina, I was like, yep, there go our natty right there. There go our natty, because I knew LSU wasn't finna play with them. I mean, yeah, Caitlin Clark, she definitely is a problem. She got a nice little game on. I get to it. She got a nice little game on.
Female Stephen Curry.
They wasn't ready.
Man, facts.
Female, there you go. Female Stephen Curry. She wasn't ready for LSU, baby. But let's talk about Alexis, the point guard, 45. I forgot her name on LSU. She was cutting, boy. She looked like Debo out there from mid range, boy.
You talking about Jasmine Clark off the bench with them 22 points?
Yep, that's exactly who we talking about.
Yeah. Carson, there you go. Yeah, boy, she was frying ass. And the little starting point guard that was guarding Caitlin Clark, I forgot her name too, but she was frying ass from mid range. But yeah, Carson, boy, I don't know. She picked the right time to have a career day, boy, because them 22 points off the bench, that was the difference right there.
22
Now let's go
points,
on to
7 to 8
men's.
from the field, 3 for 4 from the free throw line.
There you go. There you go. Let's move on to the men's. Man, I think this is the first time in maybe like 15, 20 years where the national championship game did not feature a number 1 or number 2 seed, if I'm not mistaken. San Diego State was number 5, and I think UConn was 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And to be honest, I did not see UConn beat Miami. I had Miami beating out of UConn, but it actually went the other way. UConn didn't play with them boys either. So when UConn won and when they beat Miami, I was like, yep, there go they natty, because I knew San Diego State wasn't ready for them boys. I didn't waste my time watching because I knew they weren't ready for them boys. I don't even know who plays on UConn and just know that they wasn't ready for them, that San Diego State wasn't ready for them boys.
Hey, you say the team wasn't even relevant to know nobody's name. They wasn't relevant enough.
Right. Just, okay, UConn and San Diego State, okay, powerhouse back in the 90s against a school that ain't never won. I'm going to go with the powerhouse of the 90s. And matter of fact, didn't they just win like 8-9 years ago with Kevin Ollie? They won the championship like in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. So second natty in 9 years. There you go. UConn Huskies. Congratulations to the UConn Huskies. But baby, it's all about them Bayou Bengals, baby. And that's my take. LS you.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in here real quick. I'm gonna be honest with you. UConn ruined my bracket. Okay, they ruined my bracket, and it was all with that Gonzaga loss. Y'all know me. Y'all know my 3 college teams, my 3 college basketball teams. Duke, Zags, Nova. They're my 3 college basketball teams. Duke, Zags, Nova. Duke lost. Villanova wasn't even in the tournament this year. And Gonzaga got absolutely railroaded by UConn. That was one of the most. I knew UConn was winning the natty off that game. The way they absolutely manhandled Gonzaga, I've never seen Gonzaga get manhandled like that in a tournament. Never in a tournament. They got absolutely whooped on. And unfortunately for Iowa, for as much as I would have liked to see Caitlin Clark have a Cinderella story, I knew it was coming to an end against LSU because, to be honest, I wanted Caitlin Clark to go on and win it, but I had Iowa losing to the team that they beat to make it there. I had them losing to South Carolina. I thought Aaliyah Boston and them girls down there in South Carolina, they was gonna run it
Shout
back
out to Coach
and make it back to you feel me? Make it back to the national title game. To be honest, I felt like LSU and South Carolina was on a crash course the whole year, starting with the fact that going back to the regular season, South Carolina was the team that ended LSU's undefeated season. They was both undefeated when they met up.
She ain't had no help, Cardinal. Carter didn't have no help, man. She ain't had no help. She was out there.
So for as much as I would like Caitlin Clark to have a Cinderella story, I always had her losing at some point in the tournament. I had her losing to South Carolina when they met up. Literally, that's it. My women's bracket played out until that point. All right, Caitlin Clark beating South Carolina just ruined my bracket at that point. So after that, like I said, I wanted her to go on and do it, but I knew LSU had the better team. Okay, it was the better team going up against the better players. So when you got the better team going up, and to be honest, even then that win against South Carolina, they eked by in that win, which is what gave me the thought that LSU was going, if LSU didn't put a whooping on them, I knew they was gonna beat them, because the fact they just barely eked by South Carolina, which was the favorite to win it all and repeat because they had won last year. So, like, honestly, it was a great March Madness. We had some great championship games, even though, they was a bit one-sided, but sometimes that happens. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to Mike, man. Let's go ahead and get you in here, Mike. What was your thoughts about this college year?
Let me just say, so my word for WWE was predictable. My word for these tournaments, both men's and women's, complete opposite. Completely unpredictable. Like, you was not guessing this by no way, shape, or form, bro. I'm telling you, it was great. It was one of the best unpredictable tournaments I've seen in a while, bro. Now the women's, as far as like my bracket go, I rushed it because I was late doing it. So like I didn't even really pay attention to stuff. I just had to get one out there. So it wasn't really accurate. But had I paid attention and like really did it how I wanted to do it, I definitely had them two meeting in the final. Definitely did. Because for one, I just knew the undefeated team was gonna drop the ball at some point. I just knew it. Like, for some reason, that's like a running theme. Like, if you undefeated, you gonna drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? Straight like New England Patriots style. Like, so I knew it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of these. I wasn't sure which game, but I had a feeling it was gonna happen. So with that, I definitely had them two meeting in the finals. You know what I'm saying? For real. So I wasn't surprised. And then I had forgot that my girl Reese was on LSU doing her thing all year. So like, hey, I ain't gonna cap. She was on the mission from jump. Like, if you paid attention to them and her and how they were all season, you kind of knew they was gonna take it home. At least I did. So I knew they was gonna take it home. But Caitlin did her thing. She came out. She showed out. You know what I'm saying? She was really like Stephen Davidson. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, come in the tournament and making noise, but just don't get it done. Like, it was quite similar to that. So I kind of did see that happen. As for the men's, man, dog, I ain't know what to think, bro. Teams was just going down. Teams was winning. Like, teams was losing. Everything was happening. I will say this. A lot of people thought Alabama was going to make it. And I knew they wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I knew they wasn't going to make it.
I had them losing in the Final Four. They had a
great run. They had a great run. And I had them going pretty deep. I actually had them losing. I think I had them losing the next game after the Dago game, honestly. I think I did. I had them beating San Diego, you know what I'm saying, once I seen that matchup come. But I ain't had them making it too much further than that. Once I seen Dago beat them, oh, dog, I had them going all the way. And y'all heard me talking about it. There you go. San Diego was finna get it done. I really thought they was gonna get it done, bro. Especially because, you know what I'm saying, I ain't been keeping up with UConn too much. And to me, UConn ain't been nothing since Kemba Walker. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they had a good year and they got some good players over there.
They got a new coach and they are favored to repeat next year, and they bringing back this team. UConn finna be a problem again.
I don't think they not finna run it back. I'm sorry, they not.
No, don't nobody ever run it back, but they're the favorites.
Exactly.
So, yeah, no, exactly. It's college. Ain't nobody ever gonna run it back. Okay, I mean, well, it hasn't been done since Florida did it with Joakim Noah in 06 and 07.
They were different though. They was different. They had not a whole new squad the next year, but like they had that squad with Joakim, the first one, and then they had that squad that was Joakim's squad for the second one. You know what I'm saying? Like that was kind of different. Like they was built different that year. That's a rare. You ain't, especially with people being one and done in today's game, stuff like that. Like that, man. I don't know if we ever gonna see that again. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was disappointed to see Diego lose. Y'all know I'm not a big San Diego State fan, but I like them. You know what I'm saying? Having been to that school, I didn't go there, but I visited there a few times, stuff like that. So like, having seen
been in
that,
Aztec. We've actually been in Aztec Stadium. Very nice stadium.
Definitely have. And my boy Kawhi was there showing out. So ever since he was there, I had my eye on them. You know what I'm saying? So once I seen them take down Alabama, I said, yeah, they gonna do it this year. It didn't happen that way, but they made it to the finals, and I was very impressed. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to UConn though. I know there's a lot of UConn fans out there, you know, and I know they super happy that UConn finally got back on top. But enjoy it while you can, because Duke coming back next year. And I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
And Chris, let me go ahead and get your thoughts, man, on how this tournament March Madness men's and women's played out.
Well, I'll just say I did better in the women's bracket than I did the men's. My men's bracket was shot the hell all the second week. Disappointed that my Blue Devils didn't do what they were supposed to do. Shout out to UConn. It was some good games, a lot of upsets, a lot of surprises, a lot of upset people because they brackets got screwed by all the number one seeds going down. And like Carneal said, this has been a historic NCAA tournament because this is the first time a number one seed ain't even make it to the Final Four. No,
or the
number
Elite
one.
Eight. I think all the number one seeds out by the Elite Eight.
All the number one seeds gone. So, man, shout out to that. And on the women's side, shout out to LSU. Shout out to LSU. Now, my girl Carter, like Mike had me tripping. She was out there. She reminded me of Damian Lillard out there in Portland. She doing all she can to carry her team to a championship. But she just ain't got no help. She scoring 30. She hitting the threes. She doing all she can. She putting the ring. She just ain't got no help.
Like
she
he
just
said, Stephen Davidson, man. That's literally what happened. Bro, if Steph Curry would have had a lick of help in Davidson, bro, they would have won the Natty that year, dog.
Yeah, she was just like, hey, had no help, just out there. And she played a hell of a game. And, you know, it was a great game. And leave my girl alone. They couldn't see on the court. She got every right to give them the you can't see me. Hey, they champions. Shout out to them LSU girls, man.
And while we talking about tournament play, if you ask me, you feel me? A lot of people say March Madness is the greatest tournament around, okay? Other people say
absolutely.
Other people say that the NFL playoffs might be the greatest tournament around. You ask me, the best tournament happens from April to June, and that is the NBA playoffs, baby. Best tournament in sports business, okay? And I just want real quick, all right? Season almost over with. Let's get these MVP predictions out the way. Me personally, okay, we all know who should be MVP. He's down in Milwaukee. He wears number 34. That's who should be MVP, okay? So at least for my second discussion for MVP talks, we're going to exclude him, okay? Because it's pretty much Giannis and everybody else. The person who I believe is winning MVP is Joel Embiid, okay? It's about time that he get his respect, all right? He been carrying Philly for the last 7 years. It's finally about time that he do something. The league give him his respect. I still don't got him going nowhere in the playoffs, to be honest. I got him losing in the second round of Boston. So, you know, it just is what it is. But give my man his MVP though, all right? Embiid for MVP. That's all I gotta say. I'm passing off to you, Chris.
Man, MVP. Woo, this is a tough one for me. I gotta say, I'm gonna throw. I got two candidates. They might not win it, but these are my two top candidates. One of them is Carneal Boy, my man JT, Jason Tatum, and the other one, surprisingly, who I think could get it, but he ain't, but it's Donovan Mitchell, just based on the fact of what he's did to Cleveland and how Cleveland has been since he's arrived on that team. They the number one seed. That's a very, very, very good team. And he's leading them very, 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 very well. So them will be my two candidates for MVP if I had to choose. And if I had to choose between the two, one or the other, I'm gonna take my boy JT just to be different. I'm gonna take JT, Jason Tatum, little mini Kobe, the mini Mamba. You know, I'm taking JT. Final answer.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass off to you, Mike. Let's get your MVP predictions. You feel me? MVP prediction. Cause come on.
I mean, you know who my prediction. I've been saying for 2 seasons now. MBVP. You feel me? MBVP. You feel me? That man deserved his MVP. Now I will say this. You already hit on this. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, my boy Giannis has done nothing.
Yeah,
Y'all already know. That's
he has done nothing to lose his MVP status. Literally has done nothing. All it is a case of MVP hangover. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening with Giannis, and it's kind of happening with Jokic too. You know what I'm saying? Especially with him going back to back. So people is having MVP hangover. And in the case of MVP hangover, Embiid is here to save the day. You feel me? So definitely Embiid should be MVP. But I think in all actuality, you know what I'm saying, what Giannis is doing and what he's been able to do is nothing short of MVP. So he right there too. Now JT, y'all know how JT been my boy since who? Them Blue Devil days. You know what I'm saying? So of course, you know what I'm saying, I like to see him get his shine, but it's just not enough. It's them games where he come in and be a little, you know, it's them bad nights and them off nights. Yeah. And that's all it is taken away from his MVP. But overall, I mean, he there, bro. He done had the Celtics basically in the conference finals every year of his career, basically. So
pretty much, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He definitely the truth. But what Embiid is doing right now, just on a nightly basis and kind of carrying the Sixers with Harden not being the same and being in and out the lineup. I mean, he do still got Tyrese Maxey there helping him out too, but I'm sorry, bro.
Embiid doing his thing.
At center position, he putting up numbers that we ain't seen in a long time.
At all.
So get it, you know what I'm saying? Get a man his shine. MVP, you know what I'm saying? And hey, that's who got my vote.
Hey, but since you brought him up, bro, since Carneal wanted to alleviate the freak out the whole conversation, I have been said if y'all get that, once that man get that jumper going, he gonna be crazy. What that man do? That man we got the jumper going.
I didn't like necessarily not include him in the conversation. It's just okay. Right now, Giannis has hit like that LeBron Jordan type status. You feel me? Not necessarily turns like GOAT status, but just like this is the person who should be MVP always. Okay, like
every year.
Last year, I literally talked to Michael about this earlier. I was like, if it wasn't for the fact that like, you know, the NBA tries to like give everybody else some shine, bro. LeBron and Jordan should both have like 10 to 15 MVPs if you want to be like realistic, bro. Like Jordan and LeBron should both have like 10 MVPs if you want to be honest, but that's never going to happen. And like, unfortunately with Giannis, he was already back to that MVP at one point. He not only was he MVP, but he was MVP DPOY for that second one. Okay, so his second MVP, he won DPOY as well. It's like, because there is a bit of an MVP hangover, and now Giannis has kind of hit that like all-time MVP status where like he could be MVP every year. So it's kind of unfair to just pick him every year for MVP. You ask me, like I said, kind of excluding Giannis, you gotta go Embiid. And so that's my pick for MVP. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with you, boy.
I gotta point out to Chris' point, you know what I'm saying? Giannis still shooting, you know what I'm saying, but he ain't quite got that jumper yet. Like
he trying. Hey, that boy out there.
He's still shooting at a 27% clip from three. You know what I'm saying? But he make it work for him. I mean, when you that dominant inside, and going downhill. I mean, shooting 27%, that's just enough to get, you know what I'm saying, to throw them off. So
Right.
Go ahead, D-boy. What's your MVP thoughts, my man?
All right, so I got a question for everybody. There was a game that was just recently played. And in that game, and I didn't know this myself until this morning. There was a game played recently where this one player on this one team scored half of that team's points. Y'all know who that man is?
Don't tell us, D-boy. Don't tell us, D-boy.
MBVP.
MBVP. MBVP. That man, like Mike said, he ain't going nowhere in the playoffs. He ain't going nowhere in the playoffs. But give that man his flowers, man. He deserves. Because if you take MB or MBVP off the Sixers right now, and Mike, I'm sure you'll agree with this, they're a lottery team, bro.
If that.
They're a lottery team. No, that's what they are. They're a lottery team,
That's
bro.
the worst thing you could be, Chris, is a lottery team. If you below a lottery team, you might as well just not even be in the NBA no more.
Like, bro, do you realize Embiid account for half their points, rebounds, damn near assists too? So, like, if you take him off the team, you take the whole team. Literally, the points, the rebounds, the blocks.
Harden been inconsistent all year. He ain't been this. That, and you know what? And I'm gonna add on. That's how the Bulls won that game that last game in Philly, because Harden didn't show up. Had Harden showed up, we would have got ran off the court, bro. Facts. And y'all know I'm a diehard Bulls fan. If Harden would have showed up and went 2 for 14, we would have got ran off the court. So, like I said, give my boy his flowers while you can. Why he right. And then this is off topic. If they don't get that man another legit superstar, I think that man gonna leave, bro. He gonna ask he traded or he gonna straight walk. Because yeah, Tyrese Maxey, he nice, man, but he a rob like MB, and that like he a rob, like he not even robbing to me, bro. He like a, y'all remember the show The Green Hornet? What was the Green Hornet?
Kato, what's his name? Yeah.
Yeah, he Kato, bro. He Kato. He not even robbing, bro. He Kato.
Kato.
He Kato.
Kato.
Like, if they don't get that in a legit robbing, bro, he gonna leave, bro. I don't know where he'll go, but he'll leave. He'll go to a team that's just like one dominant big away from being a serious contender.
The Bulls.
So,
I don't know who that team is.
The Bulls.
So real quick, I seen a video on YouTube that said why Joel Embiid to the Dallas Mavericks doesn't sound far-fetched.
Wow.
And I didn't necessarily pay like I didn't necessarily watch the video because I didn't necessarily watch the video because I was in the middle of doing something, but just reading the caption from that video did kind of pique my interest. Like, could that be something we potentially see?
I think I think it's a better chance of seeing Luka go to Embiid though, as opposed to Embiid going to Luka.
That's very well possible too.
Because
That is
the way
very
things
well
going
possible
in Dallas, the way things going in Dallas, and the way Luka looking on the court, I mean, shoot, you might could trade James Harden for Luka. You know what I'm saying, with some picks straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I could see Luka going to Philly with Embiid definitely before I see Embiid getting up out of Philly. Embiid, it's looking like Embiid gonna be in
No,
Philly.
they need to go their ass
You
to the
gotta think.
West. Don't
You
come
gotta
over here.
think,
Don't
bro.
bring Luka with that. Send Embiid to the West. Don't bring them over here to the East.
You gotta think, bro. You gotta think. Embiid is the process. Trust the process. And if it's one thing the Sixers been doing with Embiid is trusting the process. They let that man sit injured for 3 seasons. You see what I'm saying? That's how much trust and faith they got in Embiid. I don't think he'll ever get in Philly, bro. I really don't.
They need to go to the West because my Bulls need to get their stuff together and be back at the top of the East. And if Luka bring his over here to Philly, that's gonna be messing up the East for my Chicago Bulls. So they need to go over there in the West and dominate over there. Stay over there in the West. That's all I gotta say, man. Lead the East for us. Lead the East for us. And B has been in our way in the East for a long time. You know, he needs to get up out our way, man. Get up out our way.
Facts. While we talking about the East, you feel me? It's looking like the Eastern Conference playoffs is pretty much set. All right. The West, it's funny because the West is still way up for grabs, and playoff spots and playoff seed and ranking and determination is still way more up for grabs in the West than it is in the East. So in the East, we got our first 5 teams set. We got Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, Cleveland, New York. We got the Brooklyn Nets at 6. It's looking like they probably gonna stay there. And so with the play-in, it'll be the Miami Heat, the Atlanta Hawks, the Toronto Raptors, and the Chicago Bulls. So it'll be the Heat playing the Hawks, and then it'll be us playing the Raptors. And so with that, I want to get y'all takes on these play-in games really quickly. So far, it's how it's looking like. It's looking like Miami gonna play Atlanta, and Toronto's gonna play us in the play-in games. So who do y'all got winning them games? I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, D-boy.
All right, so it's Atlanta, Miami, Toronto, and the Bulls. For Atlanta, Miami, it all depends on if Trae Young. Well, you know what? Nah. Give me Miami.
Definitely.
And the reason I'm taking Miami, y'all should know why I'm taking Miami, because Miami got a certain wing that wear number 22.
Jimmy G Buckets. And the G
sir
hits.
Toronto, Chicago, that should be the Bulls by 15, 20. But it very well can be Bulls lose by 15, 20. And y'all know why. First, you know why. You know what to say.
It's Donovan.
Billy D.
Yeah, Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan. Just like the other night. How you had your team lose by 20 points on their own court to a team that don't even have their best player? You let all player cook you for 30 points. How does that
They
happen?
gave up 30 to Nicholas Batum. Nicholas Batum came in and dropped damn near 30 on the Bulls off the bench.
Like I said, man, that Toronto-Chicago game, man, the fan in me want to go with the Bulls, but they always disappoint me. So you know what? I'm going with the Raptors.
Okay.
Boy, see,
so real quick,
my boy man Vlee.
So Toronto would still have to play one more game, and so will Atlanta, because you got Atlanta losing to Miami. So then, if you got Toronto beating the Bulls, who do you got winning versus Atlanta and Toronto then? For that last playoff spot.
I got Toronto beating the Bulls. Right, I got Toronto beating the Bulls, so it'll be Atlanta and Chicago. And I gotta go with Atlanta, man. Like I said, Billy Donovan, he'll find a way to lose a damn way.
All right.
He'll find a way. He'll find a way.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to you, Mike. What's your thoughts on this play-in seed, and who do you got winning these potential games?
Man, I hate to say it, but I'm more interested in the West. What's cracking in the West, just because of the you know what I'm saying,
Right.
the way they compete and how
it is the West is more interesting, but the reason I didn't necessarily mention the West is because you got 4 teams right now technically that all have the same record. Okay, you got the Clippers and Golden State both at 42 and 38, and then you got LA and New Orleans at 41 and 39. You got Minnesota at 40 and 40, and then you got Dallas and OKC tied for 10th at 38 and 42. The reason I didn't kind of bring that up is because we won't know what them play-in games looking like literally until the last game of the regular season. The East play-in game's already set. We know what the play-in teams are, and we know who is who and what is what. That's the only reason I kind of brought the East up more than the West, is because the East is a little more set in stone than the West is right now.
Definitely. I was just talking about what I'm interested to see, but I'm gonna get to these East playing games. You know what I'm saying? So I got Miami holding their spot at 7, and I got the Bulls coming in at 8. And that's not just because I'm a Bulls fan. You see what I'm saying? Now, D-Boy said it's like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it can't get no truer than that. Like, I can see the Bulls winning by 15-20, and I can see them losing by 15-20, especially with the way they've been playing. So, like, that's perfect. But here's why I think they're gonna get it done, bro. The Bulls and the East, they it's like, not to say seeding been set, but essentially it's kind of been set for about the past month in the East. Like, you could see the writing on the wall for at least the past month for where all these teams was gonna land. And I think the Bulls knew that. You see what I'm saying? So I think the Bulls know, like, as long as they in the play-in tournament, they got action. You see what I'm saying? So especially with them being, I guess you could say, as good as they was last year, I got them coming in and trying to improve on a playoff showing from last year, which is why I think they're going to win their play-in tournament game, and I think they're going to hold down the AC. The only thing about that is, with them hold down the AC, it sets them up for yet another matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks. And we saw how that played out last year.
Right.
I think it's going to play out like that kind of again, honestly. But I know they want to put on a better showing. So I hope they can do it. But I see them getting to the AFC. I see Miami holding their spot at 7. And low-key, that Miami Celtics matchup been going, it's been brewing ever since my man's Bam sent them home with that block. So I can see that, you know what I'm saying, shaping up to it. I think since the Celtics did get Miami that last time, I think Miami definitely want they get back. So I can see some potential, and with the unpredictability of like the NCAA tournament and just like how things been going in the league, like I can see some upsets happening, and I think Miami is primed to do that. I don't think the Bulls gonna upset the Bucks, but I think they're gonna get to the playoffs.
So I got the Miami Heat beating the Atlanta Hawks. But like I said, even with the Hawks losing to the Miami Heat, the Hawks still get one more chance to secure that 8th seed, because they got to play the winner of the 9-10 game. So that means whoever win that 9-10 game got to win 2 games in a row. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Hawks, either way it goes, they only have to win 1 game to get that play-in spot. So
I think the Bulls gonna do it.
So I think the Bulls gonna do it too. Okay, I think the Bulls gonna make it past the play-in, but that is only by I'm gonna tell you exactly who this all falls on. More than Billy Donovan.
LaVine.
That is exactly who, and let me tell you why. I need Zach LaVine to keep his emotions in check for all of these games. I don't need him getting frustrated with the refs. I don't need him getting frustrated with the coach. I don't need him getting frustrated with his teammates. I don't even need him getting frustrated that his opponents is fouling him too much. Okay. I need Zach LaVine to stay poised and under control the entire time. I'm not saying you can't play with some aggression. I'm not saying you can't play with some tempo. Find your game, but don't lose yourself. And that's my whole problem with Zach LaVine.
He gotta be that dog that he could be.
He let his feelings take him out the game sometimes, and I don't like that. Okay, he got to control them feelings. Control them feelings, stay in that game, get us the win. Because sometimes when he get angry, he got to start chucking up shots. When he start fouling, and we don't need neither one of the things. Right?
He the KD of the Bulls.
He either turn into a super gun or he turn into a hack because he feel like he not getting these calls, so he start doing to him on the other side of the ball, and it don't work that way. All right, so I just need Zach to worry about the things he can control, worry about himself, and we gonna be good. Because believe it or not, for as much as DeMar DeRozan might kind of be like the vocal leader of that team, it is very much like you could see it all the way. The Bulls ride off Zach LaVine's emotions. When Zach LaVine is high and he feeling it, everybody on the Bulls good. Everybody feeling it, everybody's good. When LaVine is bad and he in one of them moves, it bring the whole team down. I need LaVine to focus on his emotions, keep himself in check, and the Bulls could do it. More than anything else, I need him to keep his emotions in check, and the Bulls can get it done. Toronto.
We also need, everybody's fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? We need
Patrick Williams to put up 10 points.
No. You gonna get what you get out of him. That's just gonna be what it is. We need the fan favorite that really ain't y'all fan favorites. You know who I'm talking about.
Kobe White.
Need my man to keep doing what he been doing. You see what I'm saying? He got to, because that's all we got. When LaVine sit down, when DeRozan sit down, that's all we got. You know what I'm saying? So I need him to keep doing what he been doing, man, if not more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ball out, Kobe. Ball out. Show me what you got.
Exactly. The Atlanta Hawks are the definition of mid, like literally all of their numbers are the exact same. Record is the same. The amount of points they giving up, the points they scored, turnover, literally they are the most mid team ever. And I think with the fact that Trae Young is another one. He let his emotions get the better of him. And I think that is the downfall of the Atlanta Hawks, okay? It's already been some dissemination with Trae Young and this franchise going on now for about the last 2 seasons. It kind of started last year, you feel me? But like now we really kind of start to see it this year, okay? And so I think like I think the Bulls could get Toronto and the Hawks, but it just relies on Zach LaVine keeping himself poised and under control the entire time. But last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to you, Chris. Just go ahead and get your thoughts, man.
Well, I'm gonna keep it kind of short and sweet. I'm going with the Miami Heat because Jimmy gets buckets and Bam beats your and send you home. That's all I gotta say about that.
You heard Kendrick Perkins call him Bam out the bayou. That ain't Bam out the bayou. That's Bam out
Bam
the bayou.
gonna block you and send you home. Bam gonna send you, and as far as the Bulls Raptors game go. Now here go the thing about the Bulls game. Now we all Bulls fans on here. Now y'all all talked about y'all key players and y'all our keys to our victory for our team. I got another player and another key, and I'm waiting for him to get his moment in Chicago. Now, if it come in to play in, because we want to play in
Talk
game.
about Patrick Beverly,
We ain't
bro.
gonna win the playoff game. But if my man Pat, I'm waiting for my man the moment he had him in Minnesota where they won a little game. He got on the table. He got the crowd all riled up.
I need that Patrick Beverly back. Facts.
I need one of them, but I want it after the play-in game. I want it when it comes. If we get we make it to the playoffs and we get the biggest upset. I want my mans to go crazy, but I just want it after the play-in game because I expect because like everybody said, we can either win. We can win our play-in game by 15, or we can lose it by 25. You never know. But I need my man Pat Bev to get his moment in Chicago, so I'm gonna ride with the red and black. I'm gonna ride with the Bulls. That's my final answer.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all have heard it here first. It's been a successful episode, if you ask me. Thank you all for tuning in to another successful episode of Can I Get Some Sports With That? I'm your host, Neil. I had D-Boy, Mike, Chris, my usual three main dogs with me as always. Say peace out to the people. Remember, don't forget, y'all can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram coming soon. Everything, you name it, you can find us. It's a global takeover coming soon.
Hey, be on the lookout. Hey, we coming, y'all. We got merchandise, so be on the lookout. We got a lot of things planned for y'all. You see the guy out there at the top with the belt. We got to ask another store. We gonna have a fantasy edition coming for y'all, so y'all just stay tuned.
Fantasy
be on the lookout.
Coming
we
soon.
Out here.
He coming back with the hottest of hot. You know it. Catch y'all again soon. Peace out.